Hello everyone, I'm Zach and this is my room tour. So my last room tour was a long time ago and I don't remember if I had a door or not back then, but I have one now. It's a barn door, it's really nice. I like it. But let's move on to the actual room. So, I'm just gonna close that real quick. That leads into my mom's office, so we don't really need to look in there. Okay, so, up here this is a poster from when I was a little kid. Honestly, I don't listen to music anymore, like real music. So it's signed, but I don't know who it's signed by. I assume this guy, but I don't really know who he is. And down here, this is kind of cool. This is a prop from a play that I was in that somebody I knew stole. I say stole very loosely because he had permission to steal it. But he said, but this is a prop from a play that I was in. It's the wrench from Clue. This was actually on my head when I was on stage, and I think that's pretty cool. Down here is a poster that broke in a bin. So yeah, anyway, moving on to the room. You might notice that I don't actually have a bed in here anymore. This is my bed. It's a couch futon thing that like folds out into a bed. I'm not going to do that because that'll take up way too much time and space. But it's pretty cool. I did that to give myself a lot more room, and it successfully worked. I do have a lot more room, but sometimes I don't. Most of the time, I don't put it back up. So, as a couch. So, a lot of the time, it's the exact same, and it was crooked, so I just fixed it. Over here is just a pile of crap, like my bed sheets for when it's bedtime, and my pillows. And there's this lid down here for some reason. If I dig through here, there's my green screen. And, like, there's just a bunch of crap in there. There's a stand for my green screen and a backpack. There's just a bunch of crap in here. In this corner of the room. So, yeah. Then there's this closet door. We're not going to go in there, but that's my closet door with all my pictures and some posters in this world map that I drew as a kid. This is my Ultimate SMP poster. I don't think they actually made this to be sold. I think they just put it up on the website so they could have one to sell, to like have people sign. But I went ahead and bought it because I thought it was cool. So I guess they got a little bit of money out of me just because I thought it was cool and I wanted to put it in my room. So that's there. And then there's this bat, my signed Super Mario Richie thank you note from when I bought his merch a while back. I still have the shirt, but I don't actually know where it is. So It definitely doesn't fit me anymore, but it's cool. There's my Mario calendar that is on the wrong month. I'll switch it back. I'll switch it when it gets to December, but that's pretty cool. And over here, this is my Lego City. It's definitely changed since my last in-depth tour of it. So if you guys want a new tour, then I will definitely make that for you guys. But this is what my Lego City looks like right now. We got the tower, the sanctum, the bugle, the Arkham, and my lamp. But I'll go more in depth if you guys want me to in a different video. So yeah, and then underneath here is my Lego backlog, which it's kind of scary, honestly, because there's so many sets there. Some of them are retired now, and I just don't want to spend all that time building them, honestly, because there's just so many, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do with them. Anyway, over here, this is just my book unit thing. You can kind of see it. I don't want to show my clothes, because that's kind of weird in my opinion. But, there's that. And then, crap, I dropped my phone. Anyway, over here, this is a puppet that I made with my dad. And, it's a nice puppet, I would say. Me and my dad have gotten really into puppet making over the last, year. And we made this guy, and we made another guy. And yeah, I think he's nice. His name is Dick. I know that kind of might sound weird, but that's his name. And, yeah, so that's him. I'm gonna make some videos with him at some point in the future. So, yeah. Then over here, this is kind of like my crap pile. And, we got the iPad there. We got a Nerf gun. A little Zelda thing. An adapter. The remote for my LED lights, a tape measure. This is kind of cool. The One Ring, I just have all that stuff here. This is pretty cool in my opinion. This is a wristband from when I went to Nintendo World in Florida. I think that's kind of cool. So, let's move on to my gaming setup, because this video is not only a room tour, but also a setup tour. So, I figured I'd go through my room first before I got to my setup. But, here's that. So, I guess we'll start under here with my consoles. We got a Wii, a GameCube, and my Switch 2. Don't ask me why I have the Wii and GameCube there. I just kind of do. Anyway. My peripherals, we've got a Gutsy-ated mouse pad that I've had for years. It's kind of dirty, but I don't know what I can really do about that right now. We got a high ground keyboard, and we got a G502 Pro, not Pro, G502 Hero as my mouse. I've had this for years. This is the best mouse I've ever used, in my opinion. So I will keep using it. For my headphones, I've got these fine headphones that I bought recently, and I actually like them compared to my other ones, which are more expensive, that fell apart. We've also got my Rode Pod mic on an Elgato boom arm. And over here, this is a random boom arm from Target with another pod mic on it for when I have like a friend over. I bought that for podcasting, but I rarely podcast, as you guys know. So, I'll figure that out. I'll do stuff with that. Anyway, I guess we got the Lewitt Connect 6 over here. We've also got my monitors. We got a 34-inch ultra-wide here. We've got a 24-inch 165 hertz monitor here. We got my Arzoba portable monitor down here as my third monitor. I never see people incorporate these into their setups. They're actually kind of cool. I like it. So, I like having this monitor. So, it's good. I'm kind of weird. I don't put OBS on my vertical monitor. I put Discord, and then I put OBS down here. It's easier for me because this kind of covers part of that screen. So, it's just easier for me to have OBS down here so I can see the whole thing, and then have Discord up here. Back there is my PC. It's the same PC that was in the last setup tour. I haven't really touched it or upgraded it since. I don't know if those fans were there before, but they don't work. Maybe I just have them plugged in wrong, but I don't know. But yeah, it's just the same PC that I've had for years. Maybe I'll put a new GPU in it at some point, but I don't know. Over here, we got my mouse pad that I don't sell anymore. This is the only one that was ever made because nobody ever bought it. This remote controls that sign up there. It says on air. And if I turn it on, yeah, that happens. I can make it other colors, but I usually keep it on red. So, yeah, that's just kind of where that goes. This monitor is never used. It's an old monitor that just was in my old setup, so it's just kind of there. Yeah, that's just kind of that. We got a printer here that used to be under my desk, but it's here now because I got nothing to use this other side of my desk for. I probably shouldn't have gotten an L desk. Yeah, and then behind it, there's this Lego box signed by Mini Superheroes Today. And my Switch 2 box, an Avatar Funko Pop, a Spider-Man Funko Pop, my old Switch dock. Me and my brother shared that Switch, but we have two docks, one for each of our rooms, so that's just kind of there. A speaker that just goes to nothing. A Captain America cup, a note for pencils and stuff, a notebook, another set of fine headphones for when I'm podcasting, a 3DS, Xbox 360, Avatar figure, Captain America, hat. This is kind of that part of my desk. Over here, I really like this shelf. This is my bookshelf, and on top it's got like my consoles, my PS5 and my Xbox Series S, and a microphone for some reason, and also the cord for the Xbox 360 that's there, and you can see my reflection on the PS5. Hello. Anyway, moving down here, this section of my bookshelf is my comics section. Like, we got all of this stuff That's my comics. This is my video game section, plus my one DVD of Spectacular Spider-Man. I never actually watched more than one episode of that show. I probably should, though. Then we've got books, which I will go through very quickly. We got A Game of Thrones, Dune, Ready Player One, my favorite book of all time, World War Z, 1984, Spider-Queen, some plays that I like, Pinocchio, which I bought in Italy. This is I like to call this section my classics section, because these are all classics. So we got Pinocchio, Epic of Gilgamesh, The Odyssey, Les Mis, and the entire first 16 books of The Wizard of Oz. Then down on this shelf, we got other books that I have. We got the entire Hunger Games series over here. And then we got the full version of Les Mis right there, which I've never read and will never try to read because of how big it is. I'd much rather read my high school edition. They Both Die at the End, a bunch of other books, Lord of the Rings. We don't need to go through all these. And then there's Gambit down there. But we're also not going to go down that other shelf. Over here is my mini Lego City, which just is all the Marvel mini modulars and the old Sanctum. It's just kind of there. So my phone ran out of storage, but I'm going to make this quick. So yeah, mini modulars, cube unit with all the rest of my games on it, and some other stuff, whiteboard, bathroom, and that's my room. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.